Nuno Nina Academy.
Hello everyone, welcome to another live with Nuno Nina. Thank you for joining us here on our Facebook page. I'm Rita Ventura, I'm part of the team, and today we are going to talk about the effect of frequencies on cells. You can leave your questions below and we will try to answer later. So now let's start. Nuno?
Thank you, Rita. Hi everyone, welcome to our live today. So today we'll talk about the effect of the frequencies on the cells. This is an amazing concept because if you understand this concept, the way that you use the Healy, the time wave frequencies, and another device that use, electric current for recover the body should be more easy. So this is the concept that are behind the way that can use it, this kind of device. So we have a global. This is the view that the science have about us. So the classical science, the vision is more matter. Is a biochemical futures, is the metabolic process, is the reactions, that by the molecules, and this is the world that you can see. Of course, this is the world, if you touch you, that you can feel, and this is the world that the science follow and focus, and this is the target for if you want to recover someone. This is the way. We have another concept. So my concept is electrical. It's not so easy to understand. First, because you cannot touch. For another is because you cannot see, and it's very difficult if you can touch. If you don't can see, it's very difficult. First, to believe it, of course, and second, okay. So what kind of tools I have? Because you are now in the other side of the life. You are very, very close of the source of the life. The source of the life is electric current. And this is when we should be focused if you want to recover your body.
Okay, no. So let me ask, is this a new concept? The electrical concept is new?
No, it's not. This is not a new concept. It's a very, very old concept. But the problem is the science. I don't like to tell the science, but the kind of demands that are the owner now of the science.
In charge.
Yeah, they don't look this side. They prefer to look the other side. It's not important why at this moment, but the problem is if you look to the classical science,
the Western medicine.
Western medicine, the problem is we don't have solutions.
Okay.
So we have chronic disease. We don't have solutions for chronic disease.
We only look at the problem, at the symptom, and not at the root.
Yes, but I think the problem is not only this. The problem is, okay, if I look, and this is my way that I think, like the science, if I look to in this way and I don't have solutions, why I don't try to look to another way?
Yeah.
And this is what I'm doing.
Find an answer.
Yes, this is what I'm doing, and
Okay.
I would like that in the future, the classical, the medicine start to look more in this way.
So this is why you tell that people that use Healy and time waver should look with the electrical eyes and not with the classical eyes.
Yeah, and this is very important because if you are using the Healy or the time wave frequencies and you are in the concept, yes, you are in the wrong concept.
Okay.
So the things don't match.
Okay. So let's see.
So what we have here, we have a cell. Okay, we have a cell, and this is, of course, we need more to characterize the cells. Okay, but in the electric field, these 2 parameters is enough now,
Okay.
so not to become the thing so very complex.
So this is a wave?
This is a wave, and the wave have frequencies
Okay.
and amplitude. And with the frequencies and the amplitude, you shape a wave.
Okay.
And this is the items enough to define a wave so that achieve what you want.
Okay. So basically, this is what you change in a wave to
Yes.
affect different organs or systems.
Yes, yes. So we have an example here. As you can see, we have a kidney and the liver. And the animations, if you look in the animations, you can see the frequencies of the kidney have more frequencies, have more oscillation than the other one. So this is a very, very important point. Look, what do the difference between a cell of the liver and a cell of the kidney is the frequency.
Okay, but
the oscillation that these cells have.
Okay, but one organ only has one frequency?
No, I have a set of frequencies. I have a group of frequencies. And because there are a lot of metabolic processes that the organ can do.
Okay.
So if the organ only do one, maybe you have only one. But there are a lot of metabolic processes that the liver do, that the kidney do. So he need a lot of frequencies. And this amount of frequencies, this group of frequencies define all the metabolic process of the organs.
So it's more or less one or more frequencies per function of the organ.
Maybe that.
Okay.
So what is important? And we have the frequencies there inside. So we have the AB for the liver, we have the DG for the kidney, and you have the C. And the C is real amazing because this is frequencies that I found they are real important because these frequencies are the frequencies that can do the communication.
Okay.
And this is real important because if I do something in my liver, pancreas should know it.
Okay.
Okay. And this is really important. So we always have frequencies that the organs all understand is like a networking, like the internet of the body.
Yeah, because the organs don't work alone. So.
Yes, of course. So if your liver starts to do something wrong, your kidneys should know it to change the frequencies, to change the metabolic process, to improve something in the liver.
It's like a compensation after that.
Yes, it's the real biofeedback.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so what we have here, we have a cell that should be, of course, this is in theory, of course, the correct vibration of a cell. So we have a kind of, that items about sodium, potassium, the potential of the membrane, -90, -70, the range. Okay. We have water inside and outside, and all these items are in correct ratios. So the cell can do the job.
Okay. So when you say extracellular fluid, is the same as biological terrain?
Yes, definitely. And this is what you should, and is important because this is the environment of the cell. It's not the cell that can change the environment, it's the environment that can change the cell. So it's because of that our concept of the BTA is so important and makes so sense for us. And you do it all the days. Okay. Yes. You do it all the days with our patients, and you can check it that this environment, if this environment change, of course the cells cannot do the job because it's different.
So biological terrain analysis, basically, it's to evaluate the conditions of this extracellular terrain.
Yes. To
know if the conditions are good or not to keep the normal vibration of the cell.
Yeah, and if you don't have it, it's easy to understand that you are in troubles.
Yeah, it's impossible to keep it.
So we have water. Water is very important. Water is the key of life, and the people should understand that. And you know, there are people that want to be alive and don't drink water. This is impossible. Don't much.
Okay.
This is really important. So the first thing that you should, you know, do it all the days you can is asking, I'm enough water to live. I have enough water today.
Okay.
This is really important, because if the people don't do this question, this is so important question. You know, there are people that spend all the day and drink only, you know, 1 glass of water or less than that. They drink tea, they drink, you know,
Other liquids.
artificial liquids and so on. And this is really important that the people understand, because without water, it's impossible to have life.
Okay. Nuno, you say here that there is no physical membrane. The membrane is an electrical membrane between inside and outside of the cell. Yeah,
this is a really also important concept. So the people think that there are some kind of, you know, physical membrane. What we have here is electric magnetic field.
Okay.
So in the, you know, the function is the same, because with these perimeters it's possible to create a membrane. Yes, a membrane. So this membrane, as you can see, you have positive and electrons. Of course, this is animation.
Of course,
it's more complex than this, but it's only to understand. And
theory.
Yes. So what we have here, this kind of water here, maybe is not the water that you know, the water that H2O, you know, that you study in their school, and everybody knows about that.
This is the electrical vision of the water?
This is the electric vision of the water. And this is really important, because I'm not telling that the water inside, and this formula that we have here is the electric formula of the water. Because the one day we can talk about that, and this is also amazing content to understand the water, because we don't look with a single molecule of water. Don't make any sense, because don't exist. So we look to,
it's complex.
Yes.
Yeah. So your frequencies will act on this water inside and outside of the cell, outside only.
Yeah, this is also important that the people understand. When we are treat people, when we are use frequencies to send the people, what your goal, your target is the water.
Okay.
The water can understand from 1 until millions and millions of values of frequencies. So the water is the receptor of these frequencies, and after can shape again the cell to have
a normal vibration.
Way. Yes.
That's why you keep talking and talking about water.
What is very important.
That's the most important thing. So tell us about cell power water.
Yeah, when I realized that there's something that I miss, and I found that was the water, was the first step.
Okay.
And the next step should be more complex and more difficult to do, because I need to find the water that you have inside you.
Okay.
Because you have bad water and good water inside you. Okay. So after that was to study a lot of, you know, scientists, amazing people like Ling, like I know a lot of people that really understand the water, and with his knowledge, the next step was to produce a water that could be very similar of the good water that you have inside your body. Okay. So and this is really important, because I'm talking only about electric parameters. I'm not talking about the quality of the water in minerals. In also, this is important, and we have in our bottle, as you know, because you are my
yeah, we have a specific range of minerals.
Yes, Rita is the CEO of the waters,
the technical support.
So this is the cell power water have, and you can see now some kind of similar parameters inside inside this range.
So the
So our
cell
water,
power water is very similar to the structured water
yes,
that we have
was
inside
our
us.
goal and was we tried to produce.
Yeah. Okay. So let's move on. So we have already talked about this. This is
So let's see now when you lose it, this quality of the environment. When
Okay.
you lose the quality of the environment, something happens in the cells.
Mhm.
And of course, because the environment is different, the cell need to be different also, because you need to live in
Change.
another environment. So
Yeah.
you need change. You do the same, because if you are in the winter, you are not like this, you are with the, I don't know the name in English, sorry.
The
But
scarf and so on.
yes.
So we will adapt to the environment, and the cell does
Yeah,
the
the cell
same.
do the same.
Mhm.
And and the cell do the best.
Okay.
But sometimes the best is not what you want.
Yeah.
and we'll be in troubles. So this is a cell that lose what you have here. The cell lose the quality. The cell lose the amounts of sodium and potassium inside and outside, of course. So if outside change, because you have less potassium inside or outside, something should happen.
Mhm.
Because
if there are minus potassium outside, it will go inside of the cell. And
yeah,
then,
because osmosis is very important. This process very important to create a ratio.
Yeah. So as a result, the membrane will have a potential different than
so
minus 90.
Yeah,
minus
if
70.
the potential of the membrane change, cannot do the job. So there are some things that can go inside the cells that should not go.
Okay. And the effect will be different according to that. So what we have inside and outside of the cell.
So the water is not more good water.
Okay.
So this is the first step to be in troubles.
So one step to compensate that is to drink salpa water.
Yeah, and when we are talking about drink salpa water, people can drink any water. That if this water have the parameters that I think that is the right concept, and what we have is I'm not talking about the right parameters because I have a dream about these parameters.
Yeah,
we have a lot of clients that patients that use our water, and we have real recovery situations, chronic situations, and it's because of that. So our water don't appear from one day. We are testing
this water,
years and years and years with a lot of patients to
in the most different clinical situations.
Yes. So what if your cells are not okay? What you should do? So you can use Healy, you can use time over frequency, so that this is the frequencies that you recover again this environment, and the cell can live again in this environment in the correct way. Okay. So as you can see now, we have again the correct values of sodium, potassium, proteins in the cells. So at this moment, the cell can do what you need it to do.
It's normal again. So thank you guys. It's done for today. Please leave your questions here. You can follow us in our Facebook page, in our YouTube page. And if you have any doubt, just contact us by email. And that's it.
Okay.
Stay tuned. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Bye.